Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Zachary coming to you guys with basically my March Madness predictions. You guys can see I am on ESPN.com doing this, and if you guys want to, if you guys want to do this for fun, but you guys do it very quickly, I'll have to say, it's just called UTC NCAA bracket. If I try to remember, I'll put it in the description down below so that you can join. But yeah, probably not too many people are going to join, but I just want to make this so that you guys know what my predictions are. So I'll start with the top half here. Kentucky versus Hampton, at least I believe it is. No doubt, Kentucky's going to win. 16 seeds never being the 1 seed. That tradition's not going to change this year. Cincinnati and Purdue. I watch the Big Ten all the time. Might be a little biased here, but I do believe Purdue is a lot better of a team than Cincinnati in this situation. 5-12, the beloved 5-12 seeds. West Virginia's going to win this one. I think Buffalo has enough talent on our team, even though they do have very similar records, but West Virginia usually is pretty good, so I have to go with them. So, Maryland and Valparaiso. Yeah, this team I've never heard of. I don't know last time they've been in the tournament, if they ever been in the tournament. And Maryland is a pretty good team, so I have to go with Maryland in this game. So we have Butler here against Texas. Now Texas had a pretty good year, if I'm not mistaken, but Butler, on the other hand, is always in the tournament, lately at least, I could say, and they've always done pretty well, to say so myself. So Butler is going to win, but this is definitely going to be a nice matchup. And this one, I don't see any too well of competition here, so I have to go with Notre Dame to beat Northeastern. Now this game is going to be a good game. It's going to be Wichita State versus Indiana University. Now, I'm a huge Indiana University fan, so might be a little biased here, and trust me, you guys will see tons of biasness in this, but I do have to go with Indiana. If they can get hot, man, they are unstoppable. I'll say that, on offense, I should say. They are probably the best three-point shooting team in NCAA. Trust me, it'll be fun. Then Kansas is going to win, no duh. So Kentucky, Purdue, yet again, Kentucky, no-brainer. Kentucky is probably the best team going to this tournament, but are they going to win it? Don't know. West Virginia, Maryland, don't think West Virginia is too good of a team. I think they will definitely get past Buffalo, but I think Maryland's too good for them, so Maryland will move on to the second weekend, in my opinion. Notre Dame, Butler. Notre Dame had a really good year. They won the ACC tournament, so I have to go with Notre Dame. And then this is what I'm talking about, some more biasness. Indiana, when they get hot and under a good coaching staff of Tom Crean, they are unstoppable. No, Kansas has really good players like Kelly Oubre, but Indiana has a lot of, is very young, but like I said, I'm an Indiana fan. I have to go with Indiana. Now, Kentucky, no words. And yet again, biasness. I mean, I was reading it. Indiana, they're all about offense. I know that. They don't have the best defense, but they can get the steals. I was reading about Notre Dame, and everybody's saying they have no defense. Good offense, no defense. I see Indiana. Plus, the Battle of Indiana, my favorite college football team, favorite college basketball team. Interesting. Now, I'm not that biased. I know for sure that Kentucky is not going to lose Indiana, at least this year. I remember when Indiana won it all. I mean, not win it all, but they beat Kentucky in their number 1 seed with the game-winning 3. Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, Kentucky's going to the Final Four. But you guys can see, I think Indiana's going to... Actually, not even Indiana's going to end up being my Cinderella team. You guys will see. Villanova are going to put them there. NC State, LSU. NC State has a lot of talent. If I'm not mistaken, they got into the ACC championship game as well. So, going to move NC State there. UNI is University of Northern Iowa, I believe, and Wyoming. They're going to win. Wyoming, not so good, and I've heard some good things by UNI, so, yeah. Louisville's got great defense. Already going to move them on. Don't know who Providence is going to end up playing, but since it's a play-in game, I am going to have to put Providence to beat them. And Oklahoma, going to put them over Albany. It's not too good, in my opinion. Michigan State and Georgia. Now, this is going to be a good game. These 7 to 10 games are going to be good games. But like I said, I know a lot about the Big Ten. I follow them a bit more than everything else, so I know Michigan State's really good. They actually went overtime against the #1 seed in the tournament, so I do have to pick them there. And then I have to pick this Virginia team. I really like this Virginia team going into this tournament. I believe they deserve the 1 seed. And yeah, Villanova's going to be NC State pretty easily, in my opinion. Louisville's got that great defense, and I believe they will move on. Providence, they're probably going to actually struggle in this game right here, so I can't see them doing too well against Oklahoma. They'll move on, and like I said, I really like this Virginia team moving on. They deserve the 1 seed, and I have them moving on. So, Villanova and Louisville. Now, this is going to be a good game, but Villanova is a really nice team, and I think they got a lot of talent, so another 1 seed, moving on to the Elite 8. And like I said, Virginia, really like them. Going to move them on, and I'm also going to bring them down to the Final 4. And they're going to win the East. So now down here, I'm going to already put Wisconsin here. Now, Oregon and Oklahoma State. Now, if this was last year, it would be a different story. I don't know how good Oklahoma State is this year, but Oregon, I would definitely say is the better team, and I have to move them on. But if it was last year, Marcus Smart playing for Oklahoma State, I would put Oklahoma State there. Arkansas and Wofford, I gotta go with Arkansas. And wait, there's no 12th seed yet. What? Is this gonna be a year that the 12th seed doesn't be the 5 seed? Maybe. So, North Carolina, they're a really good team. Now, Harvard usually ends up doing pretty well in the tournament, but I just don't see them stopping the Tar Heels, so they'll move on. Xavier versus Ole Miss. Also, Ole Miss won this. Okay. The play-in, I should say. So, Xavier, I think, is going to win. Like I said, Ole Miss was in a play-in, so they can't be doing too good. For some reason, I believe that Georgia State is going to play Baylor very tough, very well. But Baylor is a really pretty good, strong team, so they'll move on. Ohio State and VCU. Now, VCU was one of the victims last year when the 5-12 seed. So, in that case, I'm going to move Ohio State past them. And with D'Angelo Russell, Big Ten player, Rookie of the Year, I should say, they're going to be a strong team. And in Arizona, another team who possibly deserves the 1 seed. Got to move them on also. So, we got Wisconsin up here with Frank Kaminsky up there. They're going to do pretty well in that game. And Arkansas, if they're a 5 team, they're probably barely going to get past Wofford. And the Tar Heels are a very strong team this year, and they're going to move on. Now, Baylor, Xavier. Baylor, I mean, I don't know. This is probably not going to be the funnest game to watch, in my opinion, but I think they're going to move on. And Zona, they're just a much better team than Ohio State, in my opinion, and they'll move on. Now, doesn't look like I'm even picking much upsets except for my biasness up there. Like you see 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 3, 10, 4. Okay, so. Sorry about that. Got Wisconsin versus UNC. Wisconsin, yet again, like I'm saying, great team. Gotta definitely move them on here. And Arizona and Baylor. Really like this Arizona team. The team, like I said, probably deserves a 1 seed. See them moving on. And Arizona, Wisconsin. Now, this is a tough game for me to pick. Both teams are really good and really tough. But I have to give the edge to Zona. I really like their play. And I think they're moving on to Indianapolis. Well, further in Indianapolis, I think. Duke versus the winner of the play-in. No doubt Duke, even though I don't believe they really deserved it. I mean, I don't know. They just haven't seemed that big of a talk about, except for, of course, Chaleel Okafor, maybe Justice Winslow. But I don't know. Don't think they're that strong or as strong this year. San Diego State, I think, is going to get past St. John pretty easily. And 5-12. 5-12. Stephen F. Austin another 12 seed, another advance for them. I like the Stephen F. Austin team, especially since after seeing them last year. I really like them. Georgetown, gonna get by probably pretty easily against them. SMU, UCLA. UCLA did not deserve to get into the tournament. They didn't. And SMU, pretty decent team. Pretty good team, actually. So I say that they're going to get by UCLA pretty darn easily. And Iowa State, look out for them. They are a very strong team. They could possibly get very deep in this tournament. And Gonzaga, right here, Iowa and Davidson. Now this is also a very tough game for me. I really don't know. I mean, I could see Davidson doing something, but I have to go with Iowa just because I know the Big Ten's a strong conference. I'm a Big Ten fan. I'm sorry. I watch a lot of Big Ten basketball. I probably didn't even pick one Big Ten team to lose yet. So I gotta go with Iowa, and then Gonzaga's a very nice team. Say so myself. Duke's gonna get by San Diego State. I don't think there's gonna be much question about that. And then this one might surprise you guys, but Stephen F. Austin, I'm telling you guys, really like them, really do. They're gonna get on to the second weekend, and I honestly see them actually getting by Georgetown pretty strong. And SMU, Iowa State. Now this is gonna be a good game if this ends up happening. But Iowa State, they're gonna get by them probably at last minute. So. And Gonzaga, no question about it. I definitely see him getting by. Stephen F. Austin versus Duke. I'm not going with Duke. I'm going with Stephen F. Austin. It's going to be a very tight game. Going to go down to the buzzer. No 4-point play this year, but it's going to be a great game to watch. You guys would definitely want to watch it. Stephen F. Austin is going to go to the Elite 8 against Gonzaga. Gonzaga's a really nice team. And I'm not going to see Stephen F. Austin getting past them, but Gonzaga is going to the Final Four. Kentucky's not going to the championship game. It's going to be Zona and Virginia. Now, championship game, please. I'm going with Virginia to win it all. That's what I'm going to pick. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, please go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. More videos come to you guys soon. I'll catch you all later. Peace. Hold your trash.